Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Stamping Therapy. I am coming on with alternate project number 8 for my friend Debbie's Handmade Holiday Online Retreat. Debbie's project number 8 was holiday picture frames, and she designed these two frames. These are made using the Memories and More cards. This is 4x6, this is 3x4, and then the Wishes and Wonder bundle. And I'm sure you've seen these frames before. I don't know if I've ever made one on camera, but I'm going to show you how they're made. And they're actually a lot of fun. Debbie put a little easel on the back of these. They're a lot of fun to make. It's just made with cardstock, so it's lightweight. But with this little easel on the back, these will stand up, which is very fun. They make nice holiday decorations. So let me show you my version of these projects. Let's see. The first one I did was this, and I put two of them together. Each of these is made with a 12x12 piece of cardstock, and it's the thickness of the scores. Oh, that came apart. The thickness of the scores determines how big your piece is. This is, I want to say 5/8 of an inch. No, this one's 1/2 inch, and this one's 3/4 of an inch, both with a 12x12 piece of cardstock. And see how different they come out? And then I just thought it was fun to nest these two together. I did try to design one where they nested together with no space. And so this is a 1/2 inch, this is 3/4. I tried 5/8, and that didn't work. It still was still left a gap, I think. So I guess I'd have to go down to 1/16 maybe. I don't know if I could even do it so that they would nest together. But this is using the Wishes and Wonder bundle. The Memories and More cards come with sheets of stickers, and that's what I put on here. These are both stickers. So this is a lot of fun. Here's one of the ones that I made. And then I made this. So I started with this, and I'm like, this is really cool, but what could I do different? So what I did different was I made two of them. I put them together to make a book or a standing frame. So this side is your decoration, and this side you could add a photo. Isn't this fun? So what I'm going to show you is how to make this part. I've already made, if you look at this, I've already made this piece. See, those look the same. As I said, this is 12x12 piece of cardstock, and it is scored at 3/4. So I'm going to make this one and then show you how I put it all together. And there's a cute little magnet in there. So I had this like almost cut up, and I'm like, no, they need to see that. So take a 12x12 piece, and this is cut at 3/4, 1.5, 2.25, and 3 on all four sides. It's scored, not cut. Did I say cut? Anyway, it's scored. And then on two sides, you're going to also go in, I don't know if you can see this, you're going to go in another 3/4 of an inch and score down only 2 to the second score line on both sides. So this is done on this side and on this side. Mine is square. You do these a little bit different. You just have to think harder to make them a different shape. To make them rectangle, you have to, you're still going to score, like, let me show you on this. This is a 1/2 inch, but this is 3/8 of an inch. So when you're scoring that, you would score at a 1/2 and then add 3, so a 1/2 and 7/8, and then add a 1/2 and add, so you have to think very carefully. I write it all down before I do anything. So the first thing I do is cut off all 4 corners. There goes my heater again, but I need it, so I'm hoping the sound is not distracting. And you could save these and do something fun with them. They have a grid on them from being scored. I probably won't, because I have too much stuff. They'll probably go in my scrap bag for Miss Pat. And then I'm going to cut down on this score line. And I'm going to cut diagonally to the edge. And so this one, I'm going to do this way. And on this one, I'm going to flip it over so I can always go from the bottom up. Went in a little far. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And when I cut on a score line, I don't cut down the middle because it leaves a bent edge on your paper. I cut on one side or the other of the score line. On this particular one, I'm cutting off the score line. And I don't know what these frames are called. I've made them for years. I've done them in classes. So this is what I end up with. So I have this here, and you'll see when we put it together why that is. The first thing I'm going to do is put tear and tape. Ooh, I hope I have enough. I should have checked. I think I have another roll somewhere. I'm going to put tear and tape on the outside. Piece of all 4 sides. This is just a tiny little block, stamping block that isn't one that I use for stamps, but it works perfect for tearing my tear and tape, because if you just tear it, I always end up ripping off some paper, and I don't want to do that, so this stops me from doing that. I am going to have enough. That's good. I know I have more tear and tape someplace, but I don't want to go digging for it if I don't have to right now. See how it tore off a little bit? I didn't lay my block down just right. And then on the back side of this, I'm going to add a piece of tear and tape to the 4 corners. There. Now I'm going to burnish. When using this kind of tape, you can use score tape or any brand. I always burnish because I want it to stick, to stay stuck forever. I already did that side. Now I'm going to fold and burnish on all of my score lines. Sorry. This is in my way, and I'm not doing any stamping, so it doesn't really matter. It protects my surface when I'm stamping. A lot of people I know always have to have something under them to work, and for me it gets in the way and I get frustrated. So I usually have my glass mat because it won't move, but it reflects light. So I put my glass mat away when I'm filming. So now I have this, and I'm going to start with my long sides. And what I'm going to do is remove the back, no, not yet. First I'm going to put this inside, but I'm going to cut just a tiny little hair off of it, because it's 6 by 6, but when you fold paper up, when you fold the cardstock up around it, it kind of takes it away from that. So I'm going to put this on the inside. And how am I going to do that with? I think I'm going to use my fast fuse because it's quick and easy. So I'm going to put this in the center. This is the, I want to say it's the, yes, 'tis the season 6 by 6 designer paper. So there's that. Now, when I, to make this into the frame, I'm going to take this off of here and I'm going to fold this down like this, and then it's going to pop up and make the frame part. I need my paper piercing tool. I wish they'd made these oval. This is round and it rolls so bad. It's so frustrating. So I'm going to do that. And then you can see that it makes the frame. And I'll do the same to this side. And there's the two sides of my frame. Now the ends are a little more tricky. This is going to go like this, and this is going to stick it down on here, but I can't do the can't do this way. Oh, can I do that way? Let me see. I didn't think I could do this way. I think I can on one end. I'm going to try it. So I'm going to take this off first. On the other end it won't work because your frame pieces will be standing up in your way. But it's worth a try, right? I should have taken this off first. So first I'm going to do, oh, I shouldn't have taken those off though, yet. That's going to mess it up. I shouldn't really experiment on camera like this. I should experiment when I'm not on camera. So if I go like this, we'll see. And then, cannot get a hold of that. Pull that out. Pull that out. And if I go like this, all at once, let's see, is this going to work or is it going to stick too soon? There's that one. And there is that side. Hey, that worked pretty slick. I don't think it's going to work on the other side though, on the other end, because I can't fold these flat. So on this side I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is wrap it around and push this in till it touches the back, and then push it down. And this is where I always go a little wonky. We'll see. Practice doesn't make perfect, but practice makes better than no practice. So I've done a bunch of these. So I'm going to take this. I'm taking the edge of it and making sure it's touching the score line at the back, and then I'm holding it that way as I push it up. There's my frame. Nice thing about video is you can pause, rewind, or whatever. It's never perfect on the corners. Sometimes some of the corners are perfect and some aren't. So there is my second frame. And I think I'm going to do it this way because my outer corners are nicer. So I'm going to do my inside. Not anything I need. Okay. Here's my pieces. So I need to put a piece in there. So I've already layered this. I'm just going to put glue on here and stick it down. Try to get it in the center. So for this I do use glue because I can wiggle it around a little bit. So there's that. And then I'm going to take this guy. I need to clean off the end of my glue bottle. It's getting a little annoying. It's so thick. And then a little one. There. So, oh, I was going to say you could stop here and your frame is done, but it's not really done yet. So what am I going to do next? Next I'm going to add my hinge. Where did I put? Here it is. So this piece is 6 inches by 1.5 and it's scored at 3/4. And it is going to go between these two. It's going to go on here to make the box hinge. Is it going to work? Yes. So I'm going to put glue on both sides of this. Make sure I have these stood up the way I want them. Hopefully I did this right. Yes. Had this fear that I was going to open it and it was going to be backwards. I guess as long as it wasn't sideways. If I did it on the other end, it would just reverse the order. But so, see, you could stop here because this stands up. It's lots of fun. But wait, there's more. So I have this piece that is my closure. And I need to put magnets on before I put the paper on top of here. So first of all, I'm going to put a magnet inside here. And I have these little magnets. I get on Amazon. They're 1 millimeter thick, and the diameter doesn't really matter. And I don't remember. These might be 8. I'm not sure. 8 millimeters in diameter. I'm not positive. So I have my magnet inside there, and now I'm going to close this up. Which way does it go? This way. Yeah, it goes this way. So put glue on here. And then glue on here. Go like this, and go like this. And I wish I had a napkin because I got glue squishing out on me. So then I'm going to put this here. I want it in the center. So I'm going to make a mark. At 3, because this is 6 inches. I want this in the center. And I'm going to fold it down. And I'm bending it that way. And then I'm going to take it and fold it around the back. So I'll also bend it. I don't need to burnish it, because just bending it is fine. So I want to put this on. I should have measured the back, not the front. Put this on. I'm going to add glue to here. This is the end without the magnet. And I'm going to stick that down. And then I'm going to take a second magnet. So I have bigger magnets too. These are all the same thickness, just 2 different diameters. I like this diameter better. And like I said, I think it's 8 millimeter, but I wouldn't swear to it. So to determine where it goes, I'm going to let it do its thing on there. Then I'm going to add a glue dot to it. I'm going to wrap it around and stick it and pull it off. And now I'm going to put on my paper. This is the 'Tis the Season designer paper. One thing I like about this designer paper, it's Christmas Eve prints, but not necessarily Christmas. This doesn't have to be Christmas, but it mixes the colors. So, crap. No, I'm not going to put that on yet. That's too big. Sorry. I need my designer paper. Wish I had a napkin. A paper towel. I need my designer paper to be smaller. So I should have cut it. And the glue that I'm using is very forgiving. I'm using reptile glue. So I'm going to wipe off a bunch of this. And it'll dry. And then I can cut it. So my paper needs to be 5 3/4. Yes, 5 3/4 square. I don't know why I forgot to cut it. 5 3/4. 5 3/4. Now I can add this to the front. Clean off that glue tip. I've had some people ask me about these little glue bottles. I just bought them on Amazon, and all I did was search for, I think the search was glue bottles. They come with the metal tip and the pin. The bummer part of it is the glue stoppers do not fit in this metal tip. The tip is just tiny and they won't fit in there. But they do fit into my Art Institute glitter glue bottle, which is bigger. So see, that closes just like that. And let's see. Now I'm going to trim this one. It's not quite dry, so it's going to be a little bit sticky. Hopefully it's not going to gum up my paper trimmer. But I don't have any more of this paper, I don't think, so, and I need to use it because it's not ruined. It's just, this just was the wrong size. So I buy reptile glue. I'll show you the bottle in a second. Reptile glue comes in a couple of different sizes of bottles, but I don't like the tips. I really like the fine tip, like you get with the art glitter glue or with this little bottle. And this little bottle to me is easier to use than the art glitter glue, just because it's a smaller bottle. This is the way I buy the reptile glue. This is 8.5 ounces. It also comes in, I think it's a 4-ounce bottle, and I don't know if it's more economical. I don't know if that part matters. Then I have this piece for the front. So this is going to go like this. And I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. I'm out of my, this seems like a waste with these little tiny ones here, but I can never find my normal sized ones, which is a little bit weird that I can never find them because I keep all these things in the same place. You'll notice this is different. I'll show you when I'm done with it. This is different than the other one, but that is because I had to use what I had left of my Memories and More cards. So this is going to go on the center of here. What I was starting to say, did I finish it? They mix their colors. So this has real red, this paper, designer series paper, has real red and cherry cobbler. This is cherry cobbler. And then it has like 3 different colors of green. There is, I forgot what that's called. There's garden green. There's mint macaron. And there is the darker green, the shaded spruce. So it's interesting how they do that. And I'm going to put this on here. And this guy is going to get some dimensionals on his behind, but glue on his front. And it doesn't take much because of the way glue works. So I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to take these guys, see if this will work, because my dimensionals might be in the way, but I should have done this first. I'm going to just stick that. I wanted to stick it in more. There. Make sure I get the back. Come on. There. So here's my two. This is the difference, is the card. They both talk about the North Pole. They both have the deer. This one's more gold and this is lighter color. And he's got some boopers on him. So these two, and this one's longer. It will slide under there so you don't have to, it doesn't cover it up. So that's the inside. And this one, these two are my alternate projects for project number 8 for my friend Debbie's Handmade Holiday Online Retreat. These are her two frames. Such a klutz, jeepers. And these are my two frames. So let me know what you think. These are a lot of fun. Why are you not? Let's stick some glue in there. Sorry. These are a lot of fun to make. And if you can go back to the beginning of this video, you can see how to make the 6x6 one. It's just scored at 3/4 of an inch. And this other one, this green one is scored at 1/2 inch. They both use a 12x12 sheet of cardstock. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.